As I speed toward the Aldecados camp to meet Panem, my mind races with thoughts and emotions that intertwine like the city's chaotic streets. Panem is a force to be reckoned with, strong, resourceful, and determined. She's a symbol of resilience, someone who's weathered the storms of Night City and managed to keep her spirit intact. Our recent collaboration solidified a bond, and I can't help but admire her for her dedication to her people, her loyalty to the Aldecados, and her fierce independence. But underneath that rugged exterior, I sense something more complex. There's a vulnerability, a depth that she keeps hidden from most. I wonder what issue could have prompted her urgent call. Is it related to the Wraiths and the danger they pose to her in her camp? Or is there something else, something personal that she needs assistance with? I'm prepared to stand by her side, whatever the situation may be. As for Judy and the heart-wrenching scene I just witnessed, the tragedy of Evelyn's death lingers heavily. It's a stark reminder of the fragility of life, the depth of human emotions, and the darkness that can haunt even the brightest corners of Night City. The pain in Judy's eyes was palpable, a stark reminder that amidst the chaos and danger, we're all still human, still vulnerable to the wounds of loss. With both Panem and Judy, I feel a renewed sense of purpose to connect, to understand, and to support. In Panem's case, there's a clear call for action, a challenge that requires immediate attention. Whatever the situation, I'm ready to be the ally she needs. And with Judy, I know there's a need for space and time, but I'm determined to be there when she's ready to talk. As I approach the Aldecados camp and observe the tension and discontent among the people, a sense of unease settles in. Night City is a powder keg, and any spark could ignite chaos. The arguments and disagreements are reflective of the larger struggle for survival and control that characterizes this city.
He's stubborn as a mule, yet everyone listens to him because...
Because he's head of the family? Because the Aldecados stay together?
God damn it.
What the damn shit?
Have it your way.
What about
We'll stay.
Washington's ancient history? Okay, so what the hell else do you have? Whatever, asshole. And to you.
Walking into the trailer and hearing the heated exchange between Panem, Saul, and Mitch, I can't help but feel like I'm stepping into a family dispute.
You're here.
What is she doing here? I forbade you from even breathing on that Militech convoy, so you call in your friend? To do it all behind my back? Is that it?
Uh-huh. That's exactly why I had V come and stand right in front of you.
You really think you can forbid Panem from doing anything? Trust me, no point. She'll do whatever she wants.
No, she won't. Not if she plans to stay in this family.
Damn it to hell, Saul.
Each of them represents a different perspective, a different approach to tackling the challenges that face the Aldecados. Saul's emphasis on cooperation with Biotechnica speaks to his pragmatic nature, while Panem's willingness to seize the Basilisk vehicle from Militech is a bold move born out of urgency. The tension is palpable, the stakes high. It's a decision that could shape the future of the Aldecados and their resistance against the encroaching forces of corporations.
I can't believe it. Look, there he goes, off to paint the grass green.
What's this Basilisk nonsense?
It's an armored Militech cargo panzer. Junk from back in 2060 or so. They want to peddle it off to a backwards country, somewhere it can still pass as a technological wonder.
The Militech convoy will take the 101 right past us.
As Panem gains support from some of the veteran members, it's clear that allegiances within the camp are shifting, reflecting the complexity of their circumstances. Ultimately, I choose to stand with Panem. The audacity of her plan resonates with me, and I see the potential for a significant impact. The Basilisk armored vehicle could be a game changer, a tool to level the playing field against Militech's dominance.
He would rather play it safe, bide his time. For the family.
This Basilisk worth another fight with Saul.
Yes, a craft like that would finally put us back on the right path.
The family is falling apart. If we fall into this Biotechnica rut, no one will ever take us seriously again.
Okay, so you do want to go behind Saul's back. Dragged me here specifically for that.
Cassidy, Ted, Carol, and Bob, also on board.
Thought you and Saul had agreed to bury your carbines.
So did I. But it seems that's only true when somebody is trying to kill us.
Exactly. You saved his life. You want to fuck things up all over again now?
I saved his life, yet somehow he still ignores everything I say. So I do believe we have come full circle.
Why Saul got his briefs in a bunch over this basilisk?
He's afraid Militech will destroy us if we pick a fight with it.
He thinks it's safer to stick with the corporations, like Biotechnica. What a joke.
And you guys would rather...
We would rather go back to plying the trade we know best. Logistics.
Meaning smuggling.
That's what I said.
And you plan to grab the basilisk how?
Thanks, V.
Haven't said I'd help just yet.
Okay, let's go talk to the rest.
So, just the 4 vets on board with the plan. Nobody else.
We didn't bother asking the others.
There was too great a risk someone would take it to Saul.
Besides, only the vets understand what we have to gain by having a basilisk.
Sounds pretty risky to me.
On the contrary, easy as pie. There won't even be much security on the convoy. Plus, we'll be doing our part towards furthering the cause of world peace. Why should this beast wind up being used in some little third world skirmish? We'll make better use of it right here in America.
Did you try to get Saul on board again? No luck, huh?
No. Okay, everyone listen. Militech will transport the basilisk in parts distributed across 2 trucks.
Wait, do I sense a quiver in your voice?
Fuck you! The convoy will halt at the railroad crossing on the 101. We'll attack from behind, then get the hell out and away. Questions? Comments? Motions?
Nice job, Sunshine.
Mm-hmm. Damn short, sweet, and pertinent. None of that sad sack bullshit Saul likes to tack on.
Yeah, it's all too easy. Convenient to arrange. The exact tech you need. Coming your way, almost served on a silver platter.
Yes, Saul also claimed it stinks to high heaven.
Intel on the convoy, where'd you get it?
Carol hacked the Militech comms channel. Is that enough for you?
Panam's got a beef with Saul. I know, but you guys?
A few years back, nobody would have given corporal work a second thought.
We want a good name. We just need good gear and good jobs. And Saul would see that if he pulled his head out of his caboose once in a while.
Okay, I'm in.
Okay, thanks. First, we'll ride to the station. The train engine we need to block the convoy's way is there. Are you riding with us, or will we meet you there?
Riding with you.
Excellent. Let's get going.
I think I heard a little shake in that voice.
You did not.
Ah, come on. Did you get your hands clammy too?
Screw you.
But are you sure you didn't leave any tracks? Militech won't notice a thing.
Are you trying to insult me, Bobby?
Okay.
It's a high-risk, high-reward proposition. One that aligns with the way I've come to approach challenges. With boldness, calculated risk, and a fierce determination to shape my own fate. As I set off with a small group of veterans to prepare for the upcoming raid, I'm aware that this choice carries consequences.
Let's go.
But in a city where the balance of power is a fragile dance, sometimes drastic measures are necessary to tip the scales in favor of those who've been left behind and oppressed.
The better to make a good second impression on the Biotechnica suits.
Your sour faces wouldn't help much.
Indeed, they would not.
And the Raffins, what about them? Expecting any trouble?
Saul is. He's posted sentries all around the camp.
How is that not right?
He's wrong in continuing to fight the symptoms rather than the disease.
Don't miss life in Night City?
At times, perhaps. I miss the feeling of having a new beginning. Of freedom. But I also haven't forgotten the emptiness. The feeling of realizing it means nothing if you're alone.
Yeah, took adjustment on my part too. Though, never was completely alone.
You had someone?
A true friend. Jackie by name. You would have liked him, actually.
Jackie, I remember that. We have arrived.
Big bastard.
If you like it so much, maybe we should just hijack the train. Let the basilisk go on its way.
Yeah, then just drive this beast to the 101. There and back.
Saul would be on board with that.
Are we ready? Okay. The Militech convoy will be traveling from Night City to the base where they're due to meet the buyer. We will stop it at the railroad crossing.
All we have to do is shove this beauty in its way.
V, any questions?
Plan to move this thing how exactly?
It's old tech. Carol will have to hack it.
Then I'll somehow have to finagle authorization from the control tower to move it.
Tower looks inactive to me, too.
Yeah, we'll see to that. You and Pan Am just get the authorization code.
Okay, let's get to work.
Need a hand?
Of course. But in your shoes, I would look for another way in first.
Remember when we first met? Almost had a pound in your pants at the thought of falling foul of Saul.
I don't recall leaving Pan Am high and dry, though.
Now you're gonna stick it to him plain. Something change?
Uh-huh. I realize Pan Am is right.
How's it going over here?
Fantastic. We have everything hooked up, and nothing works.
It works, though not reliably. V, could you scan it? Because I am not open to the prospect of taking it all apart again.
Capacitor's damaged. Third from the right.
Indeed. Hold on. Let me swap it out.
Time to try it again.
Hey, it works.
Thanks, V.
Any of this goes south, you know Pan Am will be the one to pay.
Do you see us hanging her out to dry? Do you see Saul letting us off the hook while Pan Am takes the fall for everything?
I'm starting to like this kid, Ted. She thinks she cares about Pan Am more than the girl's own family.
Didn't take her side last time she left the clan. Why?
Because last time, Pan Am was acting a damn fool.
Thinking she's learned something? She's smarter?
Yes, she left. Learned a few things, managed on her own. I knew when to come back.
People like that are worth a lot more than those who plant their asses in one spot and do as they're told.
Well, hello there. Have you come to make yourself useful?
Never seen old tech like this. Know your way around it. How'd you learn?
From books? Just wait till you see what's inside the signal tower. They use punch cards. Punch cards! Can you believe it?
Honestly, prefer Pan Am to punch cards as a topic of conversation.
Let me guess. You don't really know why you're here, do you?
Bingo. Not really, no.
Mm-hmm. She came back to the fold, sweet-talked Mitch and the rest over to her side. But still, she calls you. Interesting, isn't it?
How did you weasel your way in there? And here I opened the damned door. Be right there. I've always been fond of trains. And the stations where so many tracks converge.
Junctions.
Yes, those. When you see them from above, you feel
Free. Like you could set off on 1,000 journeys all at once.
perhaps more simply hopeful. Okay, here we are. Carol! What are we looking for?
Punch cards!
What cards?
Oblong cards, holes in rows and columns.
Would you help me look?
Sure thing. As I search for the punch card to operate the train, my mind is preoccupied with the web of tensions and allegiances that seems to be unraveling within the Aldecados. The abandoned train station is a fitting backdrop for the internal struggle that's unfolding. A once functional system now left in disarray, much like the dynamics of the group I find myself in. The choice to side with Panem has become more than just about the basilisk armored vehicle. It's a reflection of a larger sentiment within the Aldecados. Conversations with the others reveal a sense of dissatisfaction with Saul's leadership. Their non-committal answers speak volumes. There's an undercurrent of discontent, a longing for a different direction. Panem's resolve, while strong, also carries an air of uncertainty. It's evident that she's fully aware of the risks her plan entails, both in terms of the mission's success and its potential fallout within the camp. The unspoken power struggle between her and Saul is palpable, and it's something that can't be ignored. In the midst of this complex web, I find myself questioning the path the Aldecados are on. It's clear that the challenges of surviving have taken their toll, fracturing the unity that once defined the group. As I locate the punch card, I can't help but see parallels between the state of the Aldecados and the wider city. A place of fractured loyalties, shifting allegiances, and the struggle for control in a world marked by chaos. With the punch card in hand, I return to the group, realizing that the upcoming mission isn't just about the basilisk. It's a pivotal moment that could determine the course of the Aldecados' future. Got something.
Good job. Carol! We have a card! What now?
You have to put it in the reader.
Here goes nothing.
It worked! Come look!
Little engine that could.
V, I wanted to speak with you.
Getting cold feet?
I am, but it has nothing to do with the convoy.
So what is it?
I know this may sound foolish, because I asked you to help me. But why are you doing this?
Ugh, trust issues again. Thought we talked it all out.
V, I know I can count on you.
But
But no one has ever done something like this for me before. Not without a catch.
Meaning nobody from outside the fam.
Yes. We could both stand to think about what that means. All right. Let's rejoin the others. Quick feet, come on!
Convoy. Got eyes and ears on it?
Yes, Carol checks their communication channels from time to time. Everything is proceeding as planned. For now. We could still
Sit your
check.
ass down a minute, honey. And breathe.
Everything's under control. The convoy is already heading our way.
You worried about Saul? Sitting around the campfire with the Aldecados veterans, I'm struck by the stark contrast between this camaraderie and the intense situations I've been through recently. The war stories, the laughter, and the sense of shared history. It all feels surreal after the events of the day. It's a moment of respite, a glimpse into the kind of connection I've rarely experienced. As they talk about the war and the upcoming Basilisk mission, I can't help but reflect on the losses and sacrifices they must have endured. Their stories carry the weight of a past marked by struggle, but there's also a hint of pride in their voices, a pride that comes from being a part of something larger than themselves. Judy's pain over Evelyn's tragic end resurfaces in my mind. The fragility of life, the complexity of emotions. It's all a stark reminder that even in a city of chrome and neon, there's an underlying humanity that can't be erased. And while Judy's situation is vastly different from that of the Aldecados, the theme of connection and loss is something that seems to echo throughout Night City.
A host of new contexts.
He tried to get Saul to lead us in joining Snake Nation. It would make us stronger, he said.
I don't think he peeped a word of it to me. What did Saul do?
Saul dressed the guy down head to toe.
Panna's determination to confront the Militech convoy with the Basilisk armored vehicle reflects a tenacity that's both inspiring and unsettling. It's clear that she carries her own burdens, her own reasons for fighting. And the sense of family among the Aldecados adds another layer to this, a group bound by something deeper than mere alliances. Being in this familial atmosphere, even for a brief moment, is both heartwarming and disorienting. It's a reminder of the connections I've missed out on, the relationships I've failed to nurture. The Aldecados' sense of unity stands in stark contrast to the isolated existence I've led for so long. As the campfire crackles and the conversation flows, I find myself contemplating these relationships, these bonds that tie people together amidst the chaos of Night City. And in the midst of it all, the impending mission looms. A mission that carries not only the weight of armored vehicles and firepower, but also the weight of the Aldecados' future and the connections they share. Gonna try and get some sleep.
Okay, it'll be quite some time before the convoy comes through.
Anything happens, wake me up. Unless you want a nap too.
I'll just lie here a while, by your side, gazing at the stars.
That another area of your expertise? Got maps of the heavens in your library, too?
Of course. That's the Big Dipper. And do you see the small flickering star to the right?
Yeah?
You do? Oh dear. That means there's a major leak. Good night, V.
Here they come.
Is everyone ready? Let's ride, V. Get her up to speed.
They're going faster than we thought. I don't know if we can catch them.
Uncouple one of the cars. It'll speed you up. V, no coming and hawing. Take out that coupling. Shoot out the damn coupler!
I see them!
Surround them as soon as they're cut off!
Shit! Fuck me! Probably jammed again!
Train's leaving. You'd better move.
Okay, let's go. Ready to roll.
I said it would.
How's it going there, V? Did you have fun?
Sure did.
Just be happy you won't be around to put the hunk of junk together. The real fun is just starting, Mitch and Teddy.
Lost the Militech channel. Suits finally realized someone was listening and changed the codes.
Perfect timing, if you ask me.
Nothing. I'll take care of this myself. So it begins.
What's the meaning of this?
Exactly what you see. The Basilisk.
All I see is 2 trucks with giant Militech logos on them. Fuck, Panam, you can see them from miles away. You think we don't have problems enough on our hands? The Raffens could rear their heads at any moment. And now we have Militech to worry about, too.
Stop it! Fuck! Just shut up already! Do you want to serve corporations forever? Fine, go right ahead. In that case, we'll leave the Basilisk as a souvenir of what this family used to be. Or you know what? Maybe next time we're attacked, we'll be able to fight back!
As soon as I'm done with Biotechnica, we call a family meeting to discuss this. Discuss you. Until that time, I want these trucks out of my sight.
And the Basilisk? Can we put it together?
Do what you want. Just get out of my sight.
Bob, Mitch, you two take the trucks around back. We need to unload.
Sure, but then what do we do with it?
Oh, I've got an idea.
Got quite a pair of lungs there.
Thanks. I believe the last time I pulled something like that, I was 10 years old.
Seems still to be in fine working order. Everything okay?
Yes, of course. Though the great train robbery bit of this was much more enjoyable.
You need me again. All you gotta do is call.
B. I'm sure I will. So you better expect that call.
Be waiting. Take care.